Someone asked me this question the other day in Discord. What would be the basics to learn with AI tools? Is it programming language or some beginner level stuff on Udemy? I want to start adding these to my skill set. So I responded to them, but I want to make a video about this because I am sure that there are tons of people wondering the same exact thing. What is the basics of getting started with AI? Do I need to learn programming languages? Is AI going to be taking over all of the jobs? I don't need to learn programming. Like it's just a waste of time. But I do want to get AI into my tool belt. I don't know where to start. So what I want to lay out to you today is basically how you could start getting more familiar with AI. And I'm just basically going to take you through the steps that I did over the past 3 to 4 years. But before we can do that, you have to understand that there are different areas of AI. So it depends on what area of AI you're looking to go into to figure out what are the basics to learn. All right. So basically, here are some of the areas of AI. Are you going to be working in like AI development, which means are you going to be building out these AI tools, these AI models? Because there's a route for that, which is going to be involved learning how like machine learning, how to testing these AI models, things of that nature. And what I'm going to do at the end of this video, I am going to give you some Udemy links to what I have, like to classes that I've taken that I'm enrolled in on Udemy, and then an additional things you can do. All right, so let's continue. So there's working on AI development, there's working with applications that integrate AI into those applications, and then there's developing applications with AI. So developing applications with AI would be more like using Claude code, using Gemini CLI, using Cursor, using those development tools to build applications, but you're using AI to write the code. It's kind of like a semi-vibe coding. I call it agentic coding. Integrating AI into applications is like when you build an app and you have API keys to either generate images, generate videos, to generate content, whatever the case may be. But so there is building out the AI models. There's integrating AI into an application, whatever type of application that might be. A good example, how YouTube has Ask Gemini involved in it, where there's still the regular YouTube, but they're using AI to do research on videos, things of that nature. And then there's developing applications with AI where you could be using a tool like Lovable, you could be using a plugin like Kilo Code, you can be using an IDE like Gemini's Anti-Gravity, Cursor, Codex, Claude Code. Those are developing applications with AI. So many different angles to approach it from. The thing is, the strategy doesn't change much at the beginning. And I do want to give you that starting point. And then as you get closer, as you figure out what you want to do, then you can go and you can start adjust. All right. So like I said, each of those would have their own strategy. What I want to lay out to you is how I got started and how I got familiar with AI. And I'm going to say most likely, most of the people who are proficient in AI in tech, this is probably what they did too. So the first thing I did was I started getting familiar with these large language models. By large language models, I mean ChatGPT, the first one that I used, the first one that most people probably used. And then Gemini came out, started getting familiar with Gemini. Claude, I used Claude early on to get familiar with it, kind of expensive. Then I went through a AI foundations course, which I learned about tokenization, transformers, Hugging Face. And I always have to give a big shout out to my brother Yakar, because he called it about 2.5 to 3 years ago. He says, prompt engineering is a must. And I was like, you know what? We're going to do it. And we started working on it. And I learned so much. So I give a big props to my guy Yakar. And this is I'm going to share with you the course that I took, that I got started on Udemy, which helped me get a better understanding for AI and all the elements of it. And to be honest with you, I'm not even done with it yet, but I learned so much for it. So this is the course, right? I was taking this course, AI engineer, core track, large language model engineering, RAG, QLoRa agents. And the thing is, they are always making updates. As you can see from the day that we're recording this video, the last update was June 2026, and I'm recording this in June 2026. So they're always making updates to it. And what I want to do really, really quick, right? I just want to show you what is in this course, because it will give you a good understanding, a good foundation. So running your first large language model locally with Olama and open source models. And then it has you build like a Spanish tutor. Like, so from day one, first, second video, you're already starting to build. And this is like it's supposed to be an 8-week course. It's probably going to take you longer than that, because you really want to get this stuff down. And when I was taking this course, I don't even think Cursor was really a thing, but now they have you starting to set up your environment with Cursor, setting up your PC development environment. So they have you setting up all these things, installing Cursor extensions, running your first OpenAI API call. So they get deep into it, right? And then they have you start trying out these different large language models on day 2. Really, really good stuff. So if we take a look at how many day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, about 11, 12. So about 12 videos on day 1. Let's say we average them about 10 minutes each. You're looking about like 2 hours of video work. If you can dedicate 3 hours to it per day, if you really want to ramp up, you're gonna get far. You're gonna get really, really far. But look at that. So like day 2, less time. Let me see, and it goes on and on and on, right? So then week 2, the build a multimodal chatbot with Gradio. So I did all of that. I even live streamed it when we were working in the morning. So really, really important types of. I will put this link. What I'm going to do, I'm going to make a document at techcoachrep.dev that's going to have everything that I outlined. It's going to have links to all the courses that I'm going to be suggesting, because this is how you are going to take your AI skill set, your AI game to the next level. All right. So I just wanted to highlight one of the courses that helped me a lot, and I wanted to shout out one of the people who helped me a lot in this process as well. All right. So to continue, the next thing that I did was I started building with tools like Lovable. I explored with Devin.ai, started using API keys to interact with AI models, started using tools like Cursor, Kilo Code, Gemini's anti-gravity, Claude Code, Gemini CLI. All of those things were essential for me to do, and it would be along your natural progression as well. All right, really, really important stuff, because once you get familiar with these large language models, and when I say large language models and their agents, right? So I would say you want to know the ins and out of ChatGPT. You want to know Gemini, not Gemini CLI, just Gemini. Like, so when you go to Gemini, so go to chatgpt.com, go to Gemini, gemini.google.com, go to I think it's anthropic.com. It might be Claude.com. I don't know, whatever it is. Let me see what it is real quick. Is it Claude.com? Claude.ai. So go to Claude.ai, and I'll put the links to all of the sites that you need to go and get familiar with. And you say, why do I have to go to each one of them? Why do I have to get familiar with each one of them? Because you don't know which one the company that you're going to be working for uses. And you want to see the similarities, you want to see the differences, and you want to be able to answer questions about the similarities and the differences. What does ChatGPT have that Gemini doesn't have, that Claude doesn't have? What does Claude have that Gemini doesn't have, that ChatGPT doesn't have? What does Gemini have that Claude doesn't have, that Gemini doesn't have? You want to be able to articulate that. You want to engulf yourself into that realm so that you can be well versed, well knowledge. Play around with Google with Gemini's gems. Look into how ChatGPT integrates with other tools. Is it able to create slides for you? What kind of information that it's able to have? What model are they using? What is the name of the model that you're using? For instance, I think ChatGPT now is like on GPT 5.5. Gemini is 3.5 Flash at the time of this video. Claude, I think they're on Opus 4.8, maybe 4.9. You want to have understanding of those, right? You want and through these courses that I'm talking about, like the AI engineer core track, you're going to be able to understand what a model is, what tokens are. You want to understand how the pricing works, what it means by input tokens, output tokens. All of those things you're going to learn in class. You're going to learn by using these different models, understanding the pricing structure, All those are going to be huge, huge, huge instrumental. Then when you actually start using these API keys to build applications, build websites, build mobile apps, we've done all of this on this channel. Really, really important stuff if you really want to get into the AI game. All right. The other stuff along the way, as you are getting familiar with these tools, as you are learning, a big part of it is as these companies release new tools and features, you have to give them a try, or connect with people like me and content like mine that are talking about it. You want to get into the game to see what is new, what's happening. When I'm reviewing the different elements of Google's I/O for 2026 and what is their keynotes for the different products, Gemini Omni for video generation, Gemini's Flash 3.5. What is OpenAI doing? That like OpenAI, Anthropic looking to IPO. What models are coming out? You want to understand those things. What are the new features? What is Claude doing? Oh, they're trying to get in finance. They're trying to get in healthcare. Oh, Claude Code. It is one of the premier tools for software developers. How can someone in HR use Claude or Gemini or ChatGPT? How could someone in finance use it? You want to engulf yourself into that type of content. What are they saying about it on these tech news channel? Is like what are the CEOs saying? What is Sundar Pichai saying? What is Dario Modi saying? What is Sam Altman saying? What is Elon Musk saying? You want to be able to understand this stuff. So by that, you want to stay update with these big companies' annual presentations. Like I mentioned, Google's recent I/O event, AWS reInvent. AWS, believe it or not, although they do not heavily market it, they are pretty huge in the AI space. Knowing about what these data centers are doing, knowing about what type of platform, like how does AWS serve companies in their AI needs. AWS Bedrock. Oh, what if I wanted to host my own large language model? How would I do that? How would I do that on AWS? How would I do that on Google? How would I do that on Microsoft Azure? All of those things matter. And the thing is, it is not you don't do all this at once. It is a progression. It is a progression. Like I said, I started off with ChatGPT. Honestly, I started off not even knowing it, starting off taking a machine learning course a long time ago. And if I was to pursue that course deeply, I would probably be in a whole different sector of this AI space, probably training models and all that type of stuff. But it just depends what areas are your interest. One of the things that we don't talk about that I didn't even mention, knowing how with the introduction of new tools and features into these products, skills, building agents, building skills, building plugins, building MCP servers, all of that stuff is going to be in the natural progression. You understand? So those are the things that I did those are the things that I did in order to learn this AI space, to get a lot better at it. I engulf myself. I talk about it every single day. I explore, I experiment. I saw an article the other day. Oh, build your own large language model. How can I do that? I had that on my list of things to do with you guys. Oh, how do RAGs work? Retrieval-augmented generation. MCPs, model context protocol. How does that work? And then we try it out on our live streams. You have to engulf yourself in it. And just so I'm going to give you the list of what I did. And this is basically the order that I did it. I'm going to give it to you one more time before we wrap it up. Right? I got very, very familiar with these AI large language models, the major large language models, right? Gemini, ChatGPT, Claude. Most people, the only large language model they know is ChatGPT. I went through the AI Foundations course to learn about tokenization, transformers, Hugging Face, tried these different tools, these different models. Shout out to my guy Yakar, like I said. I started building with tools like Lovable, played around with Devin.ai at the time it was popular. I don't know how popular it is nowadays, with the rise of Claude Code, but I got familiar with Devon AI. Claude Code, Gemini CLI, OpenAI's Codex. Get familiar with those. Use API keys to interact with these AI models so that you can make an API request, see the response that you get. Really important. Start using tools like Cursor, Kilo Code, Anti-Gravity, Copilot. If you use GitHub, which you should if you're in tech, have GitHub do a code review. All these different things are very, very, very important. Use those, like I just mentioned, use IDs. Use tools like Lovable, like Replit, or any variation of those, so that you can get your feet wet in all aspects of these different AI tools. You want to get familiar with the different AI tools because right now you might not know what area of AI you want to go into. But like I mentioned in the beginning, there's those who work on AI development, building out the models, machine learnings, trainings, testing, things of that nature. Then there's working on applications that integrate AI. So you might be working on, let's say, a content creation platform like I have, where it integrates these API keys in order to generate my titles, generate my descriptions, generate my tags, my keywords, my thumbnails, and I have to build it to integrate it, but I also use it. Or the shorts process that, or developing applications with AI. So the way that I have my shorts structured, so after I render it, it sends it to the pipeline to generate the subtitles, the captions, and then generate a thumbnail. So in that one, it's using applications that integrate AI, and I developed it with AI. So these things can blend as well. But that was my route. That was my process. That's how I got very, very proficient and familiar with AI. Am I missing anything? If you are a tech nerd by me, nerdy by nature like I am, was your route similar? Did you do the same thing? Am I leaving anything out? Do you have any suggestions for all of our friends who are watching who want to get more into this AI space? If there's anything I left out, if there's anything you're not sure about, please drop me a comment. Let me know, and I will be sure to address it, do a follow-up on this video so that I can help you grow inside of this AI tech space. I am going to put a link to techcoachdraft.dev in the video where you can go and get this list of what I did. So you can get the same thing. You can do it. And I'm going to put a link to the AI course. I'm going to put a link to a Python course because Python is a huge, huge factor in developing for AI, testing AI. Although Python plays a huge role. I took the 100 Days of Python with Dr. Angela Yu. And that's always my go-to class on Udemy. And I will say this. You could and should go to school for computer science with an AI focus, an AI degree. But I always recommend start with a low barrier of entry, take a Udemy course, finish it so you can get familiar with what you're getting into. I'll put the links in the description. Drop me a comment, let me know what you think. Do me a favor on your way out. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know every time we go live and drop new content. As well, go to techcoachdraft.dev so that you can get my list of what I did to get familiar with AI and what I think most people also did and what you should do and can do to get familiar with AI. And you can get a link to the courses that I recommend so that you can win with me. All right, that's going to be over at techcoachdraft.dev. See you there. Until next time, TechCoachDraft, we are out.
Ain't no days off. The way isn't training. You don't bleed in practice, you die in the field. Look, swinging the wood till my knuckles are bleeding. I don't need rest, it's the combat I'm needing. 10,000 hours, I'm locked in the zone. Carving my spirit right down to the bone. Stepping my radius, watch how I serve on. Swinging this blade like I do this forever.